Step up. Be a man. Take the gloves off. If you want to make real money in combat sports, what are they going to talk about more? You fighting a boxing match or you fighting a bare knuckle match? They're going to talk about you fighting a bare knuckle match against anyone you want to fight in the world. They're all going to talk about you fighting bare knuckle. So come on over where their money's at and fight bare knuckle.
We were talking about Jake Paul. You saw Jake Paul fight, right? Before?
Yeah, I was at the Super Bowl show last year. I saw him fight.
Impression.
I forget the guy's name.
What's his name?
Kid.
Both of them fought. His brother and both brothers fought on the
No, they didn't fight on that card. No, that was one that they did in England, and then they did one at the Staples Center, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But this was in Miami.
Jake and Logan fought brothers. Two brothers fought KSI and whatever KSI's brother is. And then the second one was this Gibb guy. Maybe the Gibb was the second one or the first one.
And Jake Paul did look good. I mean, he looked good fighting a YouTuber. He looked good.
Well, it's a YouTuber. How about a professional fighter? What's going to happen then?
I mean, here's the thing: look, boxing is cool, and I love boxing. I grew up in this. This is my favorite sport in the world, or was my favorite sport in the world. I am the biggest fan of bare knuckle fighting championship, and boxing was cool then. That was good. That was fun.
Things changed.
Step up. Be a man. Take the gloves off. If you want to make real money in combat sports, what are they going to talk about more? You fighting a boxing match or you fighting a bare knuckle match? They're going to talk about you fighting a bare knuckle match against anyone you want to fight in the world. They're all going to talk about you fighting bare knuckle. So come on over where their money's at and fight bare knuckle.
If he wants to make money, this is the place to do it. Would you do a YouTube star versus a YouTube star in a bare knuckle?
I mean, I'll do whatever really makes, it has to make dollars. If it makes dollars, it makes sense, right?
Yes.
I mean, that truly is. But also, he has to fight someone that's in his equal playing field, too. I can't overmatch him or undermatch him. He has to be matched evenly because that's what we do here.
I don't know how you would match him evenly. It'd have to be a YouTube star because, like you say, he's not a pro fighter.
It could be a YouTube guy, or it could be, maybe a really good grappler or something like that. That's not, really, really great at striking, but that wants to give us a test. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities out there for him. But look, I do take my hat off to him because he is getting in the ring. So I take my hat off to him there. But if you want to cross over and do what's really going to get talked about and really make the money, come on over to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Here's the thing. Look, here's the thing that people don't know, and I talk to all these fight managers about this all the time, and it's funny because they say, "Well, like even with Malky Kawa about Paige, he goes, well, I mean, am I making career suicide here?" I said, "There's nowhere in the world that she could fight anywhere in the world that she would get more press than she's going to get fighting bare knuckle. Everyone's going to talk about it, and I'm going to pay her more than anyone's going to pay her. I'm paying her more than anyone's going to pay her." And everybody in the world is talking about and looking forward to her making her bare knuckle fighting debut. It's just something different. It's raw and it's pure and it's not the norm, and that's why everyone's talking about it.
When you hear it, it's like, what? It makes you do like a triple take, not even a double take. Boxing, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I see what you're saying there, and I think there could be something there. I mean, so you're officially saying to Jake Paul, if he sees this, you would bring him on a bare knuckle card if you'd like to?
No, in a second. Absolutely. Come on over.
Wow. Let's see if he answers you back.
What you should do is just come out to one of our fights first. Watch it live, because Paige watched it live, and she went like this to me. She did. She said to me, she goes, I knew it was, I watched the fights before. I knew it was exciting, but seeing it in person was different. The real difference was every fight was exciting. She said every part of it was exciting. That's the difference here with this sport. So come on over and watch it first. See if you want to be a part of this. If you do, look, we will pay the kind of money that you need to make. And you'll bring to us what we're going to bring to you. You're going to help us, and we're going to help you. The only way these relationships work is if one hand watches the other, and we'll make it work. Come on over.
Jake Paul.
Actually, I think you should fight a bare knuckle fight.
Me?
Because you fall down a lot.
Dude, I get beat up enough. I couldn't do a fight. I need hazard pay, man. It's insane.
Who would you like to? I know you're doing the interview, but I'm going to turn it on you. Who would you like to see fight a bare knuckle fight? Anybody in the world, who would you like to see fight a bare knuckle fight?
Arnold Adams.
I don't want to fight Arnold Adams. I'd hurt him.
So on the Arnold Adams, on your arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis. We're giving this guy way too much.
Arnold Adams note here. Arnold Adams is going back and forth with Bobo O'Bannon.
Oh, good. He finally picked a fighter to pick on. That's good. It's Bobo O'Bannon, the knockout artist. So that's a good guy to
Who
pick.
wins that fight?
If I don't say Arnold, he might storm into one of my interviews again. I've only seen Bobo fight a couple times. For what Arnold did to me, I have to root for Bobo. I mean, I have to. He made me look like a complete idiot. So I'm going to say...
he made you look normal.
It is kind of true. I do that pretty well myself, too. But if you're talking about who I would really like to see fight, to go back to the question you asked, I'd like to see Brock Lesnar come to BKFC. I think that would be...
I mean, he's not a striker.
I don't care. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I think that would move the needle. I think everybody would watch that.
On that note, what pro wrestler besides Brock Lesnar would you like to see?
I got a
here?
couple.
What pro wrestler do you think would not would you like to see here for notoriety wise? What pro wrestler do you think would actually do good competing in bare knuckle fighting?
Very easy. There's a guy. He's retired. He's doing commentary now. His name is Bad News Barrett. He was a bare knuckle fighter before wrestling. He did it in the UK. I think he would excel here. I think. Bobby Lashley, he's done Bellator. You got Jake Hager, who's done Bellator as well. I mean, these guys have been in real fights. So, and Bobby Lashley just looks like a freak. I think that would move the needle, but I think they do okay. You know, that's as far as a fan. Plus, there's people in wrestling who I might not even be thinking about right now, like female wrestlers who I'd like to see fight too. I'd have to think about it. Back in the day, I'd like to see Sensational Sherry. She'd wreck some stuff. That's for the 80s fans, and I know you know who I'm talking to. So who would you like to see? I'm saying who I'd like to see.
I mean, CM Punk would probably do good here, I think. He gave it a shot in the UFC. He can fight, so he would probably be someone that could probably compete in bare knuckle fighting championship. I mean, no?
CM Punk's more of a probably a Muay Thai type of guy, or probably more suited for UFC, I think. I don't know how well he'd do if he actually got punched in the face numerous times without a glove.
A lot of notoriety to the sport.
No, he would. Oh my gosh, it'd be huge. But I don't know how well he'd fare inside the ring. If you're talking about people that will fare well inside the ring, if you want notoriety, just bring Hulk Hogan here. People would see, even if he got punched in the face and beat up, people would watch it.
So let's talk about the most important thing that's going to happen at the December 11th show. The most important thing.
What's that?
Our new ring card person.
Oh, what is that guy's name? I've seen him.
Clay?
I love that Lord Evan Zantor knew right away. Clay Teal, he knows. He's been studying pictures, making sure the correct ones.
He's a big fan of Clay Teal. As a matter of fact, he has Clay Teal's poster on his bedroom wall.
Oh, no. He moved it. Didn't he? Evan has it above his bed so he can wake up to it. Yeah. So he can wake up to it.
It's going to be amazing. Look, the dude's a cool dude. I mean, we talked to him. He's a cool dude. But I mean, for him to have the balls to do what he's going to do, it's amazing. It's awesome.
So this is really happening.
Absolutely. Look. The one thing that we do here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship really is the fans call for this fight or that fight, and we give it to them. And we put a post up. If you get 5,000 people that like this comment or that like this picture, that we're going to make him a round card person. 30,000 people later,
dude,
he's now going to be a round card person.
I saw when we first put that up, I happened to be scanning over Facebook or Instagram or something, and I think in the first 15 minutes they had 3,000. I mean, it was on fire. People want to see this guy. I mean, he's got the nice chest hair. He's very in shape, so he's going to look good. Dude, I don't know, though. Are you going to be able to afford extra security for all the women that are going to be attacking him when he has his shirt off? Hopefully we can. Is that in the budget?
I can't wait to see Phil do his photo shoot.
Are you going to do a photo shoot too?
Yeah.
Oh, we're really going to do a photo shoot?
That's going to be
Dude,
amazing.
Phil, I don't want to sit on that one. You enjoy, Phil. You enjoy that, buddy. But that's incredible that we're doing that. I like that with BKFC, and you feel that when you come to the events on social media, we're really interactive with the fans. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, even at the events afterwards, it's almost like an after party. They're hanging out. You get to know the fans. It's a really cool thing. And with having that, you have your finger on the pulse of what the fans want because you're talking directly to them.
No, absolutely. I mean, they love it. They love the sport. They love everything about it, and it's growing. I don't want to keep saying pound on our chest. We're going to be this and we're going to be that. The fans are speaking. The volume of the fans are speaking, and the amount of fans are speaking, and we're getting to where we need to be.
So I know Thanksgiving upon us. Everyone's giving thanks. They're going to sit down with their family and friends if we're allowed. Who knows if we're even allowed this year due to things, but I will be sitting down with my family and friends. The Lord is sitting down.
How can they even say you shouldn't have small gatherings to be with your family?
What are they going to do?
You live with them.
Are they going to come in?
Don't eat with them?
Is the Stasi gonna
Don't come over and see your mother and father or the kids? I mean, is that the world we're in now? This is bullshit.
You have to throw a drumstick at your mother or father from New York.
I mean, look, it's bullshit. It is bullshit. And I will call it out. I'll call that out. It's bullshit. And you know what else is bullshit? Let me tell you what else is bullshit.
Uh-oh.
What is bullshit is anyone that doesn't mix their corn with their mashed potatoes.
Is that what happens at the Feldman family Thanksgiving? You mix everybody's corn and potatoes and everything together?
No, I don't mix everybody's. They have to mix their own.
You mix their own?
So here's what you do. You put the mashed potatoes on, then you put the spoon in, and you make like a little gully. Then you put the corn on top. Then you put a little bit of gravy on top of it. Then you mix it up.
It's not bad. I've done that.
Then you take a little piece of turkey, and you eat it with mashed potatoes and corn, and then you dip it in the cranberry sauce.
My brain would be
Because,
tired.
look,
You have to think too hard when you're eating.
I mean, it's kind of like a habit now.
It sounds like a prison meal where they
What's
just
your
slop it on.
favorite thing besides turkey? What's your favorite thing at Thanksgiving?
See, that's what I was going to ask you. I'd have to say I do like the cranberry sauce because I think it goes nice on stuff. But I was looking for the most overrated Thanksgiving dish. That's what I was thinking about because we heard Lord Evans Entor over there screaming he hates turkey.
I have a question, Dave. As a Native American, does Thanksgiving have special meaning for you?
It absolutely does, because especially this year. Because this year I found out that if I'm at least 25% Native American, I get extra benefits from the United States of America. My kids can go to college free. I can get free health insurance. There's a lot of different things I can get. But the problem is I can't find out if I'm at least 25% American.
You got to get the swab, the mouth, and send it out to the ID place. They did the DNA place.
Yeah.
How can a swab in the mouth tell you? I argue with my wife all the time. 23andMe or whatever.
I would never do it.
Sure, it works.
Throw it out there.
You did it?
How?
Yeah, they sequence your DNA.
You're out of your mind. You gave your DNA away, dude.
Well, I never fucking killed anybody, so I'm not worried.
Well, who knows what they're going to do with it?
Yeah.
Well, if they're smart, they'll clone me. Fucking send them here because you need 10.
So let me ask you a question. Because we actually went to the food store yesterday and we got a turkey. We did buy a frozen turkey.
Well, BKFC's not giving us all free turkeys this year?
No, what I am doing. So we're going to get on that note because we are feeding 100 families this
That's
year.
awesome, dude. I didn't know that. That's cool.
We truly are.
That's so cool.
No bullshit. We did a thing. We do with this organization called Kisses for Kyle for childhood cancer. So they're all struggling at this time,
That's
especially
awesome.
even more now. So we feed 100 families this year. We're going to feed 100 families this year. We're also giving 100 families Christmas this year. So
That's great.
It's pretty awesome. You know, I love it because it's close to home with me with the Kids for Cancer thing. You know, if anybody out there wants to help, you can drop us an email at info@bareknuckle.tv. I'm not asking for anybody's help. This is a project we took on ourselves, and we're going to continue to do it year after year. But if you're listening to this and you want to get involved, just drop us an email. We'd love to have your help. So let me ask you a different question now because that's already cut out. Let me ask you a question. So we went to the food store last night. We went to Giant, and I bought a frozen turkey.
Okay.
But we were going to get a chicken instead of a turkey. She wanted the chicken because she said it was more tender, and I said, no, it's more moist. And she looked at me crazy. She doesn't like when I use the word moist.
That's so crazy. Every woman I've ever met hates the word moist, and I don't know why. Maybe they can tell us in the comment sections. Why don't you like the word moist? Or if you have a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. Or maybe you're a guy and you don't like the word moist. Most guys like the word moist, but I don't really they do. I mean, the food moist, there's nothing like it.
Food moist, the drink moist,
Everything.
Blankets moist.
You want everything moist. Moist is a great word. I feel dirty even saying this now. But that's why you like the chicken. And I know another reason you like chicken. Because yesterday when I was in here, you might not know this, but our fearless president, David Feldman, is actually an amazing cook. If you weren't lying to me, he made this chicken soup yesterday that was insane, like better than my grandmom's. And she's rolling over them saying this. Yeah, grandma, David's was better. Did you really make that yourself? Or you just...
I really did make that.
Great,
I am
dude.
actually a really good cook. The reason why I don't cook as much as I used to is because I hate cleaning up. Like, I hate it.
Well, cooks should never have to clean. That's someone else's job.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No, I cook great. I really do. I'm not tapping myself on the back for that, but I cook good. But that chicken soup was great.
It was so
the funny thing is because I went out to lunch and I had chicken soup on Sunday. I had chicken soup and I'm like, man, this is good. Let me go make some. I actually said, let me make some for the guys on Monday. So that was really nice of me. I know I don't do a lot of nice things for you guys, but I wanted you to eat.
At least
Because if you're sitting around the office a lot, you will hear me say one thing a lot, and what's that?
When's lunch? Let's get
What's for lunch?
What's for lunch? Yeah, all the time. What's for lunch? I don't think I've ever paid for lunch since I started working when you guys ordered lunch. I really appreciate that. But you do
paid for a few dinners.
You do, yeah, I did. I did do that. But you paid for a lot of dinners too. I had a nice steak from you. Do you like to cook steak? What's your favorite kind of steak?
Ribeye.
Oh, see, filet mignon. A lot of people say that's good, but I think ribeye is better. I enjoy ribeye.
It has a little bit of fat in there.
And you got to cook the fat, right?
And it makes it very tender or moist.
You know, Gordon Ramsay's a huge BKFC fan, right?
He loves it.
I know. Have you talked to him yet?
I have not.
Would you rather him come to a show, or would you ask him to cook?
So I'm not going to say the guy's name, and maybe I shouldn't leave everybody hanging on this, but I got a FaceTime yesterday, and I was like, "Who is this number?" So I didn't answer it. Then I didn't answer it again, and then I got a text message. They were like, "Yo, this is blank. Call me." So I called. And when we can drop this announcement, which is going to happen pretty soon, this is going to be the literally and figuratively biggest thing that ever happened to BKFC.
I have to make a confession. I knew that you were going into your office, and I didn't get the glass out and put it up the door, but I kind of put my ear up to make sure you weren't lying. Not that I thought you were, but I heard this person's voice. It was that person. I heard what this person was saying in the conversation you had, and this is...
When you want to blow this thing up, let me know. I'm like,
that's
yesterday.
What he said.
Yesterday.
I was almost coming through your door like, now.
No. When you want to take this thing to the next level, let me know. I'm like, yesterday, my man. And he's like, I'll call you in 2 or 3 days, and I'll fly you down. So.
That's going to be an amazing thing when we can talk about that. I was excited to be on the other side of the door with my ear to it. I actually, when you opened the door, it was funny. Dave opened the door and it was like a cartoon. I almost fell inside to the office.
Because a couple people called last night and I told them, and the wife again was like, all right, are you going to stop talking about him? Like, are you going to stop talking about him?
You're in love with him now.
Not tonight, I'm not. Not tonight.
I wasn't even on the phone with him, and I was telling my wife about it. She similarly was like, what are you're talking about this guy an awful lot. Like, I'm used to you talking about Lord Evan Zentor, the director of content.
That's
and
right.
It is true. I always talk about the things he tells me, but I talked about this person who I almost just said his name by accident, but I didn't, thank God, a lot last night. And I think it's going to be, if it's possible to make our growth go quicker, to open more doors for us, it's very exciting.
I think that's what it does. Like, I think we're at a level right now where we got there really fast, and a lot of people say we're the fastest growing sport in the world,
yeah.
And we are. Look, we're not the biggest sport in the world, and I think sometimes we see the comments and they go, well, the UFC or this is bigger. Of course they're bigger. They're way bigger.
They've been around forever.
They've been around forever, but we're growing very fast. We're growing exponentially, and I think that a guy like this opens a lot of doors, is what he does. He opens a lot of doors, and
in
when
all
he opens
aspects,
those doors,
not just in fighting.
It's, they say a lot. It's not what you know, it's who you know. But I think it's what you know and who you know, and it's what I know and who he knows, right? Because he makes the phone calls, and he's one call away.
You just need to be put in front of somebody, and you get along with people. But also, this product sells itself when people see it. So
it does. I mean, it does, and it's. Other people have tried to sell it, talk to investors and things like that, and I think that, and it works. But when I can sell it, because it's true, it's real. It's like it's the passion. I'm like, I love this thing. I love the sport. I'm a fan of it, and I'm the owner of it, and I just want to keep on pushing it because I believe, not only for monetary reasons, but I believe that everybody should be watching this. It's the most exciting shit around. It really is.
You know what's great? I remember when you first started BKFC, you've been working on it for so many years, but I remember you sharing a story with me where you made a video. I think you were sitting in your car, and you made a video to yourself to look at in a year or two or something. And basically it was a way of saying, I'm going to make it. This is what's going to happen. And I'm going to watch this video in a year, and it's going to be completely different. Do you remember having that conversation with me?
Yeah, it didn't quite go that way. And, it was a bad time in my life. It was a bad time in my life. And I was by myself, and I was driving, and I was really contemplating. Like I said, look, I think I'm just going to jump off this fucking bridge. And I drove really close to a bridge, and I was going to jump off, and I made a video to myself, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, man? I got kids, I got people that care about me, I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to build here, and I'm not going to do that. And I made a video to myself then, and I said that I'll never be in this spot again. And from that day on, I just pushed my ass off to get this thing opened up and to get everything really that just needs to go where it's going to go. I swear, man, it's crazy because I don't tell a lot of people, but I have the video, and on the video, people are like, wow, really? Like, I had no idea. You know what I mean? But it was just, I was going through cancer. I was getting better from cancer, and then I had my next round, and it was just, there was a lot of shit going on in my life, man. It was a lot of shit.
Heavy, and you're trying to get this thing going. But my point to that was, I didn't know it was that deep. I just remember you talking about the video. Thank you for sharing that with us. My point is, you've come leaps and bounds, and now you have this big name talking to you, which is going to open doors for you. There's no doubt in my mind. So it's exciting to see your exponential growth in this industry, because people don't realize you've been fighting for it. It's not like a couple-year ride. This has been a decade or more, right? You've been fighting for this.
A decade in the making. It's crazy to where it goes. I mean, the thing I say about some of the members on the team, like yourself, I don't say much because you've kind of just came on to the team, but like Rob has been with me for a long time on a lot of different projects I did. My son especially, I say sometimes we don't just get to sit back and enjoy the ride. And Evan is doing sensational, and the same thing. Like I go like, can we ever just sit back and watch these videos and see where we've come? I mean, it's really amazing, and we're going so fast that we're not really enjoying every step of the way. I'm enjoying it.
No, I know.
I'm enjoying it, but I'm not really like, it's not soaking in like, wow. And then when I hear people from the outside going, that stuff's incredible. It's this, it's that, it's that.
Great.
It makes me feel good because I don't see it as much because I'm on the inside.
That's how success happens. I've seen it happen in different industries that you don't feel it. And then, you kind of feel it, but you don't get to enjoy it. And then when you get to the point where you need to you look back, go, whoa. And it's cool because I can tell you, trying to immerse myself more in this sport because I'm really enjoying it and trying to do a great job for everybody. I've been going back on the BKTV app and looking at the older cards and what was done. And they weren't bad. I mean, they were exciting, they were cool, but it's completely different feel where it's gone. It's pretty incredible where the team is taking this thing. I'm proud to be part of that too.
It's truly unbelievable. I mean, it really is. I mean, and it's the team. And I always say, if you see my Facebook posts and everything, the team. Because look, I had a vision, right? But I couldn't do this, man. The team is fantastic. It really is. Well, I mean, we've, in the last 6 months especially, during the pandemic, which is crazy because it hurt a lot of people. And it hurt us as well.
It sure did.
It hurt us on a lot of different levels. But it gave us a chance to rebuild. It gave us a chance to restructure and organize that team. And the team that we put together really now, I mean, there's no stopping us. The only one that stops us is ourselves now, really. I mean, it's amazing.
No, it's very true. And I mean, you can look, the proof's in the pudding. What, the latest apps were released, the top apps, what were we, 16, 17?
Yeah, we were number 17 in the world on sports apps on Friday night. It was unbelievable. I mean, kudos to our marketing team for that one.
Straight up. And I think last show, don't quote me, this last show, what were we at, 20? So we're growing. You can see it going up.
Yeah,
each show.
20,
that's exciting.
17, but 20, even being in 20, I mean, 20?
In the world.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Well, we're going to see what else we can do with BKFC. I know it's going to keep growing. I know Paige Van Zandt coming in is going to move the needle. A lot of people excited about that. We got Tyler Goodjohn, got Godbeard as well coming in. I know people want to see the UK fighters. I'm excited to see that too. And I think that, I mean, Tyler's a wild card. You never know what he's going to do. I couldn't believe what he did at our last event. When he jumped in the ring. So that's not an act.
It's funny, and I hate to interrupt you. I was just thinking as we're talking, it's actually 3 years to the day that I made that video.
Really?
3 years.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know if you would share that. You probably wouldn't share that with our audience, would you?
17.
You still have it?
No, I'm not sharing it.
No?
I'm going to share it when we really, truly take this thing over the top. Then I'm going to share it.
I got to tell you, I see a lot of stuff with BKFC. I see not just fighting. I see reality shows could happen. I see action figures one day. I see video games, especially video games. I even see an album. I see like you could release some kind of theme music or something one day. There's all kinds of stuff. The sky's the limit. I mean, is there anything on that front that we're seeing?
I mean, every other day someone says you need a video game. Someone did reach out to us for a video game, so we'll see what happens there. It's baby steps, right? We just keep climbing up the hill. It's been an amazing run, and it's been a good show, Brian. But I want to wish everybody out there a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with your family, and we will see you December 11th for BKFC 15 live on the Bare Knuckle TV app at bktvapp.com.
Let's go eat some turkey, stuffing, yams. Do you like yams?
Do you like pumpkin pie?
I love pumpkin pie.
Potatoes, tomatoes.
I do love pumpkin pie.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah.